turning out to be a pretty beautiful day. It's pretty cold, but look at this, man. It's that time of year. All the leaves are just now starting to turn bright orange, bright red, yellow, and oh, it's really amazing, especially going down on the local highways. And speaking of trees, I've been trying to clone for about a year now. Red maple and then Japanese maple trees. Those are my two favorite trees. I don't really know how I got into it. Like I said before in my previous videos, I kind of just got into it out of nowhere, literally. I really have no idea why. I think I was like walking by Home Depot looking at cactuses and something ticked in my head. I just wanted to start growing plants. And then I got into bonsai trees, and then I killed the bonsai tree, which was a juniper plant. I ended up killing it by accident. There's been plants that I've been growing, like green onions, aloe veras, things like that. I don't know what's going on. I just kind of went with the flow.
Yo, what's up guys? Space TV here, back with another banger. I'm here at Ash Creek with everyone. Say hi guys.
Hey guys, my name's Cameron Rodriguez and I ride bikes.
Ready? We got some in that, whatever this is. What are you guys bringing? So, where would you guys?
We're gonna skate this bench.
We're gonna skate the bench. Get it! Get it! First one off loses. Hey Julius, nice butt.
You gotta do, man. This is ridiculous. It's so sad. Can't even force that freaking bitch. Next day, so yesterday, when we finished off the session, that night was the first night my hands felt really cold. It was the first time my hand felt like it was gonna fall off. That's sad. But anyway, big shout out to Brandon Lemon for really proving the fact that he can do what he aimed in skating particularly. Granted, he just started out, and just with a little nudge of encouragement, he managed to do what he set out to do that day, which surprised me as well, because during my first year of skating, I didn't even know how to kickflip, and I was just trying to figure it out. Kids nowadays just have a capacity to absorb so much in so little time. You know, having the internet, having Instagram, watching all these clips, and you know, right now is a great time for skating because the social media, we're able to share all these amazing tricks, to show each other the capabilities on these pieces of wood with small wheels on it. But it got me thinking again about this topic of kids just doing the unimaginable at such an early age. And I did put out one theory. He probably skated back in his past life. Skater who fooled around with a piece of wood with skates on it or something like that. And it got me thinking of another theory. So imagine this, you are 6 or you're 7 years old and you pick up a skateboard and you're skating and you're an absolute beginner, okay? 4 years later, you can do just the basic tricks, okay? This is gonna sound really morbid, by the way. So you're 6 years old, you grab a skateboard, you're an absolute beginner. 4 years later, you can do all the basics and you're just now learning switch. And so you do a gap, trying to do a switch trick, and you have a fatal accident, for example, and then you suddenly wake up to a moment in time in this existence, either when you were like 4 years old or when you were born again. Like there's multiple existence, there's multiple realities. You wake up in another reality in the same existence. Woke up that morning picking up that skateboard as a 4-year-old with the experience of skateboarding in the previous existence or the previous reality. Say you pass away in this reality, you go back in the same existence but in a different reality to where you did not die, to where a different path, to where you've taken a different path. Say you kept skating but did another gap but you landed, and you keep progressing and progressing and progressing. Okay, I know that was a mouthful to understand, and it's seriously starting to make my brain hurt a little bit, but it's really not all that complicated. I was going through what I was saying while I was editing. It made it more complicated than it's supposed to be, when it's not really. Originally, that was not the original theory that I had come up with, although it's very similar. But to clarify, if your soul, or if you as an essence. Anyway, there's a siren going off. If you came to this world wanting to have the experience of skateboarding, you go out into the world, you pick up a skateboard at a young age, and you did not manage to gain the full experience that you wanted, and you pass away, you go back, not necessarily to the time when you were born. You could either come back to the time you're born or the time you wake up from Christmas when you receive the skateboard. When you come into consciousness in this existence in a different reality, you don't have any memories of it, but you have the experiences intact. So when you do come and pick up that skateboard for the very first time in the next reality, you have the experience of skating as a 4-year-old or as a 5-year-old, skating for 6 or 7 years. I hope I clarified that. And if you die on that reality, you wake up in the same existence within a different reality to where you did not die and you continued on to your progression. The reason why I state this is that I feel that the body doesn't have to remember. We don't have to remember our abilities or our previous acquirements of abilities to be able to make a successful life. Meaning that in my understanding of things, the reason why we're here on Earth is to gain experience. And if we don't manage to absorb the experiences that we crave, then we, as an essence, as presence, as the soul, as God, we incarnate into the human existence and try to learn from our mistakes. So according to my understanding of life and existence, I feel we do have multiple chances in existence because we put ourselves not individually but as a collective, as one essence. We're here to learn. We're here to learn from each other. We're here to learn from ourselves and to really try to grow back to our source, to towards perfection. It's delving more into Christianity and Buddhism and Taoism. Very eclectic, I know, but it makes sense. I mean, if you going back to skating, you see these 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds shredding the heck out of everything. How is that possible? How are there people who are like 12 and 13 years old who have put time and effort into skating but have progressed to this amount, and you have like 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds who have progressed quadruple the amount, who are doing crooks down handrails, like this little guy, man. I take him to stair steps and like I jump off the 3, he jumps off the 5 stairs, and it's madness. Like he's got no fear. Like he knows he can anticipate his movements, and he bends down and he tucks and he rolls, and it's amazing. Like he knows how to do it, and it just makes me think he's done this before. The little girl with the blue dress, the fairy dress that heel flipped before, that's amazing. But anyway, just food for thought. So that about ends this episode. If you guys like this video, please let me know by clicking that like button. If you have any video ideas for me to do, please feel free to leave it down on the comment section down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Julius. Remember to slap that subscribe button, as well as that notification bell for my future videos. And remember to follow me on my new VidMe channel. That is my new primary uploading platform for these videos. I'll see you guys on my next one. Laters.